Hello Kanna. This video is for newly qualified chartered accountants, company secretaries, lawyers, cost and management accountants, or any other professional who want to start their own professional practice. I promise you that if you watch this video till the very end, you will be clear and confident as to how you can launch your own practice, where to make the initial investment, how to gather the first few clients, what should be your pricing strategy, and how to grow and scale into a successful firm. In this video, I am going to take an example of a CA practice, but if you are any other professional, then you can implement the same ideas in your practice as well to grow your practice. So, when you newly become a chartered accountant, everyone excitedly around you tells you to start your own practice. But starting a practice comes with its challenges and harsh realities. When you start your own practice, what happens? Initially, in the first 1 or 2 years, the fees that you receive from clients is so low that you are not even able to survive with it. There is high competition from other practicing chartered accountants. There is a big struggle to find new clients because of the ethical restrictions. You cannot market yourself, you cannot advertise, you cannot directly approach people and ask them to become your client. Because of all these restrictions, it is very difficult to get the first few clients. Then initially there is no system, there is no team because already the fees is so low. So you have to do all the work by yourself and you don't have the money to hire staff, and there is full on confusion because you yourself are doing everything. And finally, you need some initial investment also. If at all you need staff, you need the investment for hiring and also for setting up your office. It can be physical infrastructure as well as digital infrastructure. Because of all these challenges only, the people generally tend to go to employment rather than starting their own practice. Even if the people want to start their practice, first they think that I should join employment for 1 or 2 years, I should save some money, and after 1 or 2 years, I should start my own CA practice. But you know what? Less than 10% or 20% are actually able to start their practice because after you join employment, it is very difficult to do part-time job or part-time work for your private clients, and also it is difficult to keep yourself updated with the knowledge. Hence, in this video, I am going to guide you as a fresher itself, just after completing your degree, how can you start your own CA practice? And even if later on you are seeing this video will definitely help you out. I am CA Pratik Badani, a chartered accountant myself, practicing from the past more than 6 years in the field of direct taxation and indirect taxation in South India. So I am going to share with you my experience to launch and grow a CA firm. So step number 1 of launching a CA firm is that you have to decide your focus area. Now, what is this focus area? As a new professional, you have two options in front of you. Option 1 is a traditional practice or compliance practice, where you are helping your clients at large file their statutory compliances like income tax returns, TDS returns, GST returns, and many more compliances. And option 2 is called niche practice, which is also called as specialization practice, where you specialize in a particular category like audit or consultancy or litigation, or a particular area like merger and acquisition or Ind AS implementation or transfer pricing, or a particular sector like real estate sector, restaurants and hotel sector, hospital sector, etc. Now, whether you should choose option 1 or option 2, answer is my recommendation is initially choose option 1 and then you should scale into option 2. Why so? We are going to learn in a few minutes why we should have this approach, and definitely you have to scale into option 2, which is a niche practice, because unlike other people say, the narrower the niche, the faster you are able to grow. Before I dig deep into why you should choose both option 1 and option 2, let me first tell you about your companion in your CA profession, which is going to be Taxmann Practice. Taxmann, as you would have all heard, is the most reliable brand for chartered accountants as well as tax professionals throughout India, and their product called Taxmann Practice is a one-stop solution which provides 360-degree information relating to income tax, GST, FEMA, and accounting. It has a flexible pricing model which has monthly pricing as well as combo pricing. If you log into Taxmann Practice, you will be able to follow various topics. In a particular topic, you will find all-round information relating to that topic, the relevant sections, rules, circulars, and notifications about that topic, the relevant tutorials, announcements, landmark rulings, formats, and the latest updates about that particular topic. So if you want to experience this, you can log into Taxmann Practice yourself. The link is there in the description. And after logging in, you can take a 7-day free trial. And if at all you decide to purchase, you can definitely use my code Pratik10 to get an additional 10% discount. Now let us come back to the question, why both option 1 and option 2? To understand this better, firstly let us know what is option 1, that is compliance practice. Compliance practice means helping your clients with statutory compliances. It can be PAN, TAN, GST registration, income tax return filing, TDS return filing, GST return filing, ROC filing, that is filing relating to company law for companies and LLPs, and also PF and ESI filing, which is related to payroll. You will generally find chartered accountants providing these type of services, and you should also learn these skills and provide these services. Sir, why should we do that? Because number 1, providing these services is an easy skill to acquire. Probably you have already acquired these skills when you were doing your articleship. And also later on, you get multiple tools and softwares to support you like Taxman, Compu, Winman, Clear, etc. Then when you are getting the clients, when you start getting the revenue is a consistent, reliable and recurring revenue. So month on month or year on year, you will be getting the fees from the clients. If you are providing good service, the clients will not leave you. Comparatively easier to get initial clients also. Just by spreading a word in your community, in your friends, your family, your relatives, high chances that initial clients you will get from there itself. And later on, very, very important, when you decide to step on into specialization field, you can train your team and delegate the work to your team. So your team will do the work about compliance and you will be earning the income from compliance. So it will be like a side income for you later on. Then how to start with option 2, sir? Niche practice. What is niche practice? Niche practice means knowing in and out of a particular field so that you can provide all round services relating to that particular field. So if real estate, I should know everything about real estate. If it is hotel industry, everything about hotel industry. If it is transfer pricing, everything about transfer pricing. So that is specialization. Then why niche? Because there are high paying clients in niche. You get 2x, 3x, sometimes even 10x the revenue which you get in a traditional practice. You have high dignity also because you will be called a specialized person in a particular field and you can grow very, very fast. How can we grow fast? Because the number of clients are very less, no? Yes, but the number of professionals who are serving those clients are also very, very less. That is why if you become one of those professionals, very easily you will be able to grow and scale and acquire new clients. Initial clients are only difficult. After initial clients are gotten, then later on it is easier to scale into new clients. Clients themselves will come to you and approach you. But what is the difficult part of a niche practice? The difficult part is that you should acquire the theoretical and practical skill to provide your services. So now, how to choose a niche? Number 1, you should ask yourself the question whether you are passionate or interested in a particular field. Then the second question, can you find good source of knowledge, both theoretical as well as practical? Theoretical knowledge, how you can acquire? By additional degrees or additional courses or diplomas or getting courses from organizations like Taxman or Institute of Chartered Accountants of India or even by reading books. Then practical knowledge, from your articleship, definitely you would have gotten practical knowledge. If it is relating to a specialization, even better. Then if not, then you have to find a particular mentor who will help you to learn that particular skill. To that mentor, you can approach him and ask him for initial employment and internship under him, where you can spend a few months or years to learn the skill and then later on develop your own practice. And third question you have to ask is, do you have the initial clients in your network to start your practice? Here, option 1 will also help you, because when you start providing compliance services in option 1, you will also get the clients who will need some specialization services. So you can start providing specialization services to them as well, and then they will spread a word that you are knowledgeable in that particular field. Now, I hope you are clear with option 1 and option 2 and why we should choose both of them and why first option 1 and then later on option 2. This was the biggest discussion. Now let us go to the next discussion, that is step number 2, creating and registering your own firm. Firstly, decide whether you want to start in your own individual name or you want to create a firm. If you want to create a firm, get the firm name first. After getting the firm name, then you create visiting cards, rubber stamps, website, letterhead, etc. And later on get your PAN registration, TAN registration, bank account, GST registration also if required, and then UDAM registration. I am not going to dive deep into all of this. If you want me to dive deep, please let me know in the comment section. Let us now discuss the third step, which is setting up your own office. Here, my advice to you is to start lean. Just a laptop or a computer along with a stable internet connection is sufficient to start your practice. You can start your CA practice right from your home itself. Even an office is not necessary in the beginning. Then later on, you build slowly. Okay, as and when you are getting the revenue, you start investing in more and more things. And here also, my tip to you is to first invest digitally. That is, get a good cloud storage, get a good practice management software, so that initially itself you are able to build the systems with which you will be able to grow. And later on, think about taking an office on rent, putting in furniture and having a fancy office. I know you want to build your dream office, but let not that dream be achieved on day one itself. Slowly, but definitely you will be able to achieve that dream. Don't worry. Now let us move into the next step, that is client acquisition. Now comes the very important question, and that is how to acquire the first few clients for our practice. Let me talk about both option 1 as well as option 2. For option 1, that is for your compliance practice, how to acquire the first few clients. The biggest method and the best method is to leverage your network. Spread awareness amongst everybody, your family, your friends, your relatives, your ex-colleagues, your classmates from school, college, university, and everyone else in your network that you have started your own CA practice and now people can come to you and approach you for any type of support. Let them come to you and you provide the service to them. Now, one professional tip that I am going to give you to build trust is that please underpromise and overdeliver. I am not asking you to undercut the prices. Please charge pricing as per market rate or even premium rate. But whenever you're providing the services, try to deliver something extra which the other people are not delivering. By this, a good word of mouth will be spread for you amongst other people. Fine. And more people will join because of word of mouth. Now let's come to option 2. Option 2 is specialization. I already told you that your initial clients in option 2 can come from option 1, that is from your network or from your clients in your compliance practice. But what if there are no such clients and still you want to build clients? There is one more method, and this is the biggest tip that I am going to give you in this video, and that is please collaborate, don't compete. Collaborate, don't compete. It means what? Approach the other chartered accountants who are providing compliance practice, but they are not providing specialization. You want to provide specialization, so you can tie up with other professionals and other chartered accountants by telling them that I know you are not providing specialization, I am providing specialization. So you can offer specialization services to your clients. If at all someone wants to use your services, then you approach me. I will do all the work, but I will not disclose my name. You disclose your name. You only take the fees from them. You only communicate to them, but all the work will be done in the backend by me. Okay, the person who is specializing. Whatever amount you are receiving from the client, let us divide that amount based on our mutual agreement and let us share the fees. And since in the specialization category, the client already pays a high fees, that is why you also will be satisfied. I also will be satisfied. This is the way you can approach other professionals in a seminar, in other network meetings, whatever it is, to approach them and to get them as the client. So the professionals are only your client in your specialization practice initially. Later on, you can get your own clients because word of mouth will spread and slowly even you will start getting clients. But this is the best way to get clients. In compliance, you cannot approach them because they are also providing compliance services. But in specialization, you can approach other professionals and ask them for work. Definitely you will get work. And if your quality of service is good, your growth will be exponential. Exponential. Okay, this I am speaking from my practical experience. Now let us come to step number 5, and that is how to decide your pricing. In this step, rather than telling you what you should do, let me tell you what you should not do. And that is undercutting of prices. See Kanna, most professional think when I come into the profession, let me charge lower pricing than other professionals so that seeing my lower price, clients will get attracted and will come to me. But this is the biggest blunder that you can do in your practice because it has huge disadvantages. Number 1, when you initially charge low prices, it is very difficult to increase the pricing later on. I am speaking from practical experience. Then you degrade the work of other professionals also. Thirdly, you attract similar people because if your clients are low paying clients, they will refer other low paying clients only to you. So they will also pay low, and this spiral effect will continue, by which you will get so many clients, but all of them will be low paying clients. And lastly, since you are working so much and earning so low, to compensate for that, either you will compromise on the quality of your service or you will use hidden pricing methods to overcharge them unethically. So this is also wrong. That is why my advice to you is don't undercut prices. I know by undercutting it is comparatively easy to acquire the clients, but in long run it does not work out. That is why in the initial stage itself, charge the market rate or even above the market if you want to attract the premium consumers or premium clients. But when it comes to option number 2, where you are approaching the other professionals to collaborate with them for working, at that time it is very sensible to charge low fees, because in specialization even low fees is a big amount, so you will be satisfied with that low fees also. Secondly, there are other advantages that from the other professionals you will get some quality work, you can build some great connections, and definitely you can get work in bulk from them, so by which you will ultimately earn a bigger revenue, even though your fees per client or per service is low, but overall you will be earning good money. So that is the advantages of charging low with other professionals, by which you will be able to grow quickly. So this is my advantage about pricing, my advice about pricing. Now let us go to the next step, that is step number 6, which is marketing your services. Sir, but marketing is not allowed in our profession, correct? Yes, direct marketing is not allowed, but indirect marketing definitely can be done. You can put updates about your field, let's say income tax or GST or company law, on social media, by which you can create an awareness that you are knowledgeable in that particular field. You can take seminars, you can take webinars, you can take study sessions in different communities, in your institute and various other forums. You can also write blogs, you can write posts for your own website also, for other people's websites also, where you can mention your name as the author of that particular blog or post. And finally, when it comes to the second option, that is specialization, for that the boon is that you can even directly approach other professionals for work. So since I'm not going to the client, I'm going to other chartered accountants to ask them for work. It is completely allowed. It does not come under solicitation. I can openly speak to other chartered accountants and ask them for clients for my specialization practice. That is totally okay. Now let's come to the final step, very important, step number 7, that is creating your own systems. This step is the last step, but the most important step, because without systems, you cannot scale into a bigger firm. You will always stay a small firm only. What are these systems? Systems means pre-decided methods, pre-decided procedures for doing different things. For example, what are the systems for managing the task? When the task comes in the office, where is it recorded? Is it an Excel sheet? Is it a practice management software? It is somewhere else, or is it written in a register? Whatever it is, at least the standard method should be there. Where do you store your files? Physically, in which cupboard you keep what files, and digitally also, in what folder you keep what files, what is the name of the files, everything should be standardized. Then, how do you deliver your reports? Whenever you are delivering reports to the client, is it via mail? Is it on WhatsApp? Is it as a physical copy? Do you remind the clients to get the report? everything should be standardized. Also, when do you back up your data? The backup of your data should take place regularly. The backup is done in cloud, or is it done in a physical hard drive? Whatever it is, it must be pre-decided. And lastly, standards of operating for your compliance and all the repeatable tasks. For example, if you file ITR, have a practical tutorial as to what are the basic steps required to file an ITR. What are the documents that you want to collect from the client? How in step-by-step manner you are going to file ITR. This will help you to teach your subordinates or employees or staff or article about the process, and they will also be easily be able to implement, and the check and balance will be there so that they will also not make any mistakes. Hence, systems are extremely important. These are only a few examples. There are many examples of systems. If you want to know more, you can let me know that also in the comment section below. And if you have watched the video till here, I know definitely you have found value in this video. So let me know about that also in the comment section. Please hit the like button and subscribe this channel for more such content from my side. Take care. See you in the next video, Kanna. Bye bye.